Welcome back to another episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast with me, your host, Derek Van Otten, DVO. Again, we're playing off of last week where I showed you everything that I keep in my notary bag. So on this episode again, you're gonna see I'm kind of shrinking down a little bit because I want to show most of the table in the mobile office that I'm recording out of. I record out of every episode. So I want to show you the table. So I'm gonna kind of shrink down so you guys can see everything that's in my bag. But this episode, I'm talking about my everyday carry bag. This is the bag that I carry around with me as a business person, as an entrepreneur that I carry around with me. I think it's important to have something like that. You know, a lot of women carry purses. There's a lot of items that they carry in their purses or their totes. And me as a man, I think it's important also, back in the days, you used to see people carrying briefcases. This is the 21st century of briefcases that I want to carry around, and it helps me. So I just want to share with you guys what I carry around with me every day. But first, real quick, I want to make sure that you guys help support our sponsors. We have 3 sponsors, okay? The first sponsor is the loan signing system. This is what I think is one of the best training courses out there to become a peak signing agent. Learn not only the basics, but the in-depths of being one of the best signing agents you can be. All right, I think that's the best course you can take. Also, the complete notary mentorship. This is ways that you can learn how to make extra money because you are a notary, whether it's general notary work or specialty notary work, meaning because you are a notary, they look for these. This is ways how to make money. They interview people that are making money, that are successful in this field. And so I want you guys to check out the complete notary mentorship link. Also, Notary Act. If your state allows e-journals, I don't know why you are not using an e-journal. It's just, is my opinion, the faster way and secure way to keep a journal. All right, so these are our 3 sponsors. Please click on the links to support them, and that helps support the podcast, me and my family. So thank you so much. Now let's get into it. What do I carry in my everyday carry bag? Here's my bag right here, and I carry this every day with me. But also, I think it's important if you're thinking about EDC, everyday carry. Also, maybe what's in your pockets. So obviously, in my pocket, probably the number one tool as a business person today is your smartphone. Having a smartphone is probably one of the best things you can have, right? That's how you communicate. You get your phone calls, your emails, your text messages are all done on this device, getting on the web, getting on your signing service platforms, whatever it is. I mean, the smartphone is probably one of the best things you can carry as a business person. Having a smartphone, there's so many tools in the smartphone. So I carry a smartphone in me, and in my other pocket, I'll just show real quick, is usually my wallet. So I'll carry my wallet in there. I usually carry some type of little pocket knife. I enjoy having a pocket knife. I guess you could say it's also for self-defense, but also it's important, if I get a package I need to open, or anything could arise where you might need a little pocket knife. I just carry this little pocket knife around with me. Also, gotta have your keys, right? Here's my keys. I carry this little key fob. I don't have like a bunch of keys. I just have my vehicle key fob because I don't carry keys. None of my vehicles require keys. They all use key fobs, and my house is a smart home. I just have to type in a code and I'm in. I don't carry keys. I just click on either my smart watch or my phone to open up my garage or unlock my doors, or I can do it at the keypad. So no jingling. I don't jingle when I walk. Another thing that might be a little controversial that I carry sometimes. It's just me, all right? It's just me. You don't have to do what I do. This is just me. But I carry a I carry a concealed weapon. I carry a firearm with me. You just never know. So I usually keep that either in my vehicle or on my person or in my everyday bag. Just depends on the situation where I'm going. But I just want to share with you what I keep in my pockets. I'm a minimalist, so I like to keep it simple as possible. Now let's get into my notary bag, or not my notary bag. We did that last episode. My everyday carry bag. I apologize. This is my everyday bag. It's just a simple attaché or briefcase or man purse, brief, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. That's just what I carry around with me. All right. So, I don't carry anything. So these have little front pockets and back pockets. I don't really carry anything in those anymore, but I did carry like masks when it was required, a mandate to have a mask. I did keep mask in there, but now in the back I actually have this little air tag. Again, I'm into the Apple ecosystem, so I have an air tag. So in case if I ever lost it or someone tried to steal my bag, I could try to trace it down. All right, now let me open up my bag and show you what I keep in my bag. Like on the last episode, I talked about I wear glasses, so I've got glasses in here. I don't need them all the time, but once in a while I do need my prescription glasses, so I've got my glasses in my bag here. And one of the first things you can find is a pen. I like to have a nice pen. I like rollerball pens. I just like how they write smooth. So I just carry. I like to carry a nice pen if I'm gonna sign a receipt, sign an important document. I just like to just not just have like some random pen. I like to have a nice feeling, nice looking pen. It just feels like it just feels nicer as I'm signing an important document. So I have a nice pen that I carry in my everyday bag. All right, and then in my bag, it's mostly like a big opening and then a couple pockets and then a little side pocket. So let me open these little front pockets. In my little side pocket is also, I carry a, I don't know what you call it, like a multi-tool. Just like a multi-tool. I don't use it all the time, but it's nice. It's the size of a credit card, and it's got maybe like it's got like a little ruler. It's got a little blade. It's got a little bit of like a little scissor. When I say little, if you're looking again, you can watch this on YouTube or Spotify. It's very little. They come in handy once in a while. I just like being prepared. I grew up a Boy Scout, and one of the mottos was always be prepared. So I always thought that was important. And it's got little things like toothpick and a file. I don't know. I just like to have it around. It's very thin, like I said. It's the size of a credit card, very thin, and it's just helpful to have. So I like having that little multi-tool. And in the other pocket is a little slim card case where I hold business cards. So I've actually got a couple different businesses. So I have this little card case, and I just put a couple business cards from each business in there in case depending on the situation I run across, I can just say, yeah, I've got a business card for you. And I can just give them a business card. So I carry that little card case for business cards. And then I will open up this other little pocket here. And I've got a backup charger. It's a MagSafe charger. And I can just clip it on the back of my phone. So if I'm just kind of running low on battery and I've had a busy day, I can just snap this on and it'll charge up my phone battery. So I've got that little phone battery charger there. Let me keep digging in here. Oh, this fun little dandy gadget. This is a tiny notary stamp. All right. I got this from the NNA, National Notary Association. It's the size of your regular stamp. I better cover that up, right? It's the size of your regular stamp, like the stamp, the seal, the impression itself is the same size because in my state there are requirements of what the size should be of your notary seal. And what I like about this is that it stays true to that, so they didn't like minimize my stamp or they didn't minimize my seal, I should say, but the stamp itself is very small. However, you cannot do this on a whole package. I've tried it because it's very tiny, so it might fall out of your hand. Obviously, the stamps that you can buy that you just stamp and go, those are the best way to do it. This is just nice. It's a nice backup. It's a nice just kind of a random, if I just need to randomly notarize something, or what if I forgot my stamp. Maybe I haven't had a situation. That's why I know it's not good to use for everyday purpose, where I took out my stamp, I went to re-ink it, and I left it on my desk, and I took off, like, oh my gosh, I forgot my stamp. And in my state, you are required to stamp in front of the signers. So it was luckily I had this as a backup. This was, it's almost like a backup as well. So I'm like, oh, good, not to worry. I've got my little backup stamp that I have, and I could use that. But again, it's not the most efficient way to do it, but I do like the size, so I keep this in my everyday carry bag. Very handy. So I've got that in this little pocket. I've also got a little can of mints. So I have mints in here. I do also have gum. I don't use the gum as much because I don't want to be like chewing, right? It's not very attractive to be like chewing and I'm at a signing or I'm talking to somebody. So the mints are nice. You pop them in, they'll just obviously, as you know how mints work, they'll dissolve and they'll leave your breath smelling fresh, but you're not like chewing like a cow in front of somebody. So I don't want to do that. So I got mints in there. I've also got this little vial of cologne. Reason being is I've been in houses and they don't smell very pleasant. And then I leave the house and now I don't smell very pleasant. I have to roll my windows down and air my shirt off, and I don't like that. And so I've got this little vial of cologne that I carry. So I just carry this around, and if I'm ever at a place and I end up smelling afterwards, I can kind of spray some cologne on me. And then, obviously I'm not going to smell fresh as a daisy as much anymore, but it helps. So I've got that. So that is in that little pocket. I believe I saw one more item in here. Yes. This is basically floss. It's basically floss. This is a cool little thing I got at the store. It's from Quip, and Quip makes toothbrushes and anyway, it's just a way to floss my teeth without, I don't know. I just think it's a better look when you floss your teeth. You've been to a restaurant, something stuck in your teeth, and you can get a toothpick, and you can. I used to carry floss, but I just didn't like the look of it. So this is just it's just a way to floss, and you can buy like mini flossers, like those little mini plastic ones, and just I just think those look better. And it has a little mirror, so I can make sure I get everything out of my teeth. Anyway, I just drives me nuts with something stuck in my teeth and I can feel it. But the last thing I want to do is eat lunch and then go somewhere and realize I've been talking and I got a piece of, I don't know, spinach stuck in my teeth, and that would be embarrassing. So I carry that little thing to floss my teeth and make sure my teeth are nice and clean. All right. Now, in this little back pocket, actually, you know what? I'm going to go into the main pocket because they kind of bounce off each other. In the main pocket, I've got a checkbook. You might be thinking, Devio, it's the 21st century. Why do you still carry a checkbook? Because it's right. You're right. I rarely write checks. Very rare. However, there are situations where I might want to write a check. So opening inside, I have a bunch of cards. These cards are all cards for all my businesses because I think it's important that if you're running a business, you have a separate bank account, right? I hope you guys are catching all the nuggets I'm also including in this to run a signing agent business, okay? I think it's important to have a business account separate from your personal account, then have a card, and everything business related you are using from that card, all right? Whether it's, in my case, buying gasoline, buying lunch, buying paper, buying pens, whatever it is, I have a business card that's coming out of my business account, not my personal account. You should have your business and personal accounts separate. Even though your name's on both of them, keep them separate. It just will make your life easier and it just proves you are a legitimate business. Anyway, so I've got cards there. I also got like my health insurance card in here because I don't carry that around every day with me. But also I do carry a couple things here. All right, so I have two checkbooks. One is my business checkbook, the other is my personal. I hardly use them. All right, but there are cases where I do need them. And those cases would be filing taxes. I send quarterly estimates sometimes, and I'm going to write a check for that. Or me as a signing service, I like to do all my payments to my notaries through ACH. Some people don't want to give me their bank information, so I have to literally write them a check. And that is very small. So that is why I actually carry a checkbook. Keep my business cards in here. So that's why my wallet, I showed you, my wallet it's a very slim wallet. It only has like my ID, my gun permit, my concealed carry permit, my credit card and debit card. That's all that's in there. Just 4 cards, and that's it. That's in my pocket. So this is where I keep all my other cards. I used to keep like my Costco, Sam's Club card in here as well, but now I just have the app for that. So anyway, I do carry a checkbook for one-off situations. It's very rare, but I do carry a checkbook. Also in here is my iPad. This is a great tool as a business owner, and a tablet of some sort, because there are so many things you can do on this. Obviously, it has the internet, so you can run business. It has email. Again, I'm connected to the Apple ecosystem, so I can also do text messages from it. Social media, I can do my social media on here. It's also my note-taking device. This is where I take notes. I take notes on my tablet. I have an app in here where I keep all my notes. I also have books. I do like Kindle, the Kindle app, or the books app that's built into it, and I can read books. So if I'm somewhere and I'm at a park or whatever, right? I'm having coffee or I'm having lunch, and like I had a meeting today with somebody, a business associate, and I was waiting. I was taking notes on here and I was reading a book before he arrived. So a tablet is such a great tool to use. Also, another thing I use my tablet for, in the mobile office that I'm recording in, I now have internet in here. But before I had internet in here, I used my tablet through my cell phone provider, because I actually have internet on my tablet, and I also use this as a hotspot for my computer when I had to use things on my computer. So the tablet was a very good tool for a hotspot for me. Speaking of my computer, I do have that next. Next is my computer. I have a MacBook that I carry. I know a lot of people struggle printing off of their MacBooks. I don't know why. I think it's because they're trying to use Adobe. And yes, Adobe and Apple do not go together. However, Apple has its own PDF software built in called Preview. And I've talked about it on one of the earlier episodes of the podcast. And that's what I use. I never had an issue I don't have an issue printing ever. I just use Preview, the built-in Mac software, and I don't use Adobe. And I don't have any issues. So I have my computer here. Obviously, the computer is used for a lot of everyday use, right? I'm scheduling, I'm doing emails. There's a lot. I'm doing research. There's a lot that goes into having a computer. So sometimes I believe it's important to have a full computer to do everything with, but it's also nice to have a tablet for simple things, because, for example, I can't download everything that's sent to me on my tablet. If they use like an encrypted software, it has to be done on my computer. Anyway, both. I have both. I have a computer, my MacBook, and a tablet, my iPad, both in my everyday carry bag. Let's keep diving into my everyday carry bag and show you what I have. I have an Apple Pencil. Again, I take notes. The Apple Pencil is the best tool to take notes with on a tablet. I mean, it is flawless, and it charges great. It magnetizes, it attaches right to the side. So if I'm just going in maybe to a coffee shop to take notes on things or jot down ideas, I get a lot of ideas and I jot them down in my tablet here, and I can just attach my pen right here to it. It magnetizes and charges at the same time. Very cool. But I also keep it in a, whoops, I'm dropping it here. I also keep it in a sleeve so it doesn't get all scratched up and scuffed. So I have a little sleeve that I also put my Apple Pencil in. But great tools and device to have here. Then I got this cloth. It's a cleaning cloth, microfiber cleaning cloth. That's how I just kind of clean my screens, so I don't damage my screens. But you get fingerprints on them sometimes, or just gets dirty. So I just have a little microfiber cloth that I clean my screens with in here. What else do I got in here? Okay, I also have this 10 key. It's Bluetooth. It connects to my computer, because my computer does not have like a 10 key, and sometimes I like to use 10 key because I'm really fast inputting numbers, doing bookkeeping, doing different things, running calculations on the calculator on my computer. So I got this cool little, it's very thin, it's a Bluetooth from Sateki. Again, if I can find links to a lot of these things, I'll put the links in. A lot of these things you can just find yourself, but because I get them from the Apple store, right, or a tech store. But some things I'll try to put the links in here if you are curious about getting some of these items as well. But this 10 key is very helpful if I'm doing a lot of 10 key stuff. It's just a Bluetooth, and I don't always need it. I pull it out because my computer actually, again, I'm a minimalist, so I have a 13-inch. It just helps me get through the day with things I need to do. Because obviously, if I need a lot of stuff, I can just come home and do it from my computer at home. But also staying on this, I have this also from Sateki. Also, actually, is this charger. It's two-sided. It's a two-sided device that I can plug into my computer. It's USB-C. One side can charge my AirPods. Actually, that's another item I carry in my everyday. I just don't have it on me right now because I'm recording outside my home on this episode. But actually, I do carry AirPods with me, Bluetooth, so I can make phone calls and listen to podcasts on. So one side will charge. You just plug it right into your computer, USB-C, plug it right in. It will charge your AirPods if they're low, or you flip it over, and it can charge my Apple Watch because I carry an Apple Watch. The reason why I do an Apple Watch right now is because I like the notifications. I like to just look quickly over at my watch to say, hey, is this an important notification that I should try to respond to now, or this can wait? So I like having that notification show up on my Apple Watch. But I go through with all the notifications I get, I go through the battery fast. So this is a cool device if I'm just working in the back of the mobile office, working on scheduling, working on any projects, and I notice my watch or my AirPods are low on battery, I can just plug this device in and it will start charging them for me. Or if my phone is running low, I also keep a cable, right? I can just plug it in and charge my phone there, or I can use the MagSafe click-on. A lot of different ways to keep my devices charged. Every night I do charge my tablet and my computer every night. I make sure they're 100% before I go to bed. That way for the day they last. I mean, these batteries will last, gosh, I think each of them will go like 12 hours. If I had them up and running the whole day, I think they'll go like 12 hours straight, just running, without having to plug it in. These will go like 12 hours on a single 100% charge, I believe. So they last, and it helps me get through the day. That might be it. Yes, that is it. And so this is what I carry in my everyday bag, and I carry this around with me. Speaking from a signing agent standpoint, yeah, I like my computer is great because I can just plug in the back of the mobile office. In fact, because the way I have the camera angle this time, you're getting a different view than the normal view. But back here is where I have my printer and my scanner, and I can scan and print right from my computer, right here from the table. Helps get the job done. Or if I'm scheduling, I can just come back here, turn on my Wi-Fi, and I can just work back here, get notary scheduled, all that stuff. Very helpful. So this notary bag is where I keep my computer to do like scan backs, for example. Even though I mostly work with direct clients, yeah, I'll take the occasional signing service, and they want scan backs, and that's not a problem for me. I'll pull out my computer from my everyday bag, grab the documents out of my notary bag, and then do the scan backs right here in the back of the mobile office. But my everyday bag is where, if I'm going to lunch, I'm meeting with somebody, sometimes I go visit my parents in the middle of the day because I'm out doing signings and they're near my parents, or maybe my parents are babysitting. I want to go see my little one, and I'll go there and I'll go inside. I'll carry my everyday bag because I can print wirelessly right from my computer. Going to meetings, I'm talking with somebody, we want to talk more, they want to share a book with me, they want to share an idea with me. I can quickly pull up my tablet if it's something quick, or if I want to do more depth, I can pull up my computer and just do some research while I'm with them. So a lot of things that come in handy. Or I get a random message from a notary like, hey, I didn't get my payment. I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry we didn't pay you. Let me write you a check real quick, or do the ACH, send you your payment. A lot of reasons why having this bag is important, okay? I think, again, as a business owner, as a self-employed person, I think it's important to have like an everyday bag that you carry along with you. And probably one of the most important items I believe to carry in there is like a tablet. I mean, having a tablet, there's so much that's in here. Again, books, note-taking, the internet, videos, podcasts. I mean, there is a ton of information that you can have in just a tablet that I think is so important. I mean, if I had to just carry a couple items with me, it would definitely be my tablet, my iPad, and probably like my pen and business cards. I mean, if I had to just keep something very small, I mean, that'd be like, and maybe a backup charger. It's good to keep your phone charged. But I mean, that's probably what I would carry like on an everyday, if I just wanted to keep it very minimal, business cards, a charger, a pen, and my tablet, along with my Apple Pencil, and I mean, I'd be really good to go. But I just, again, growing up as a Boy Scout, I always thought it was always good to be prepared. And if I got room in the bag, I'll carry the stuff in the bag. But anyway, that's in my everyday carry bag. Hey, what's in yours? Please share with me. What do you keep in your everyday carry bag? What am I maybe missing that I think would be beneficial for me to have? Or what do you just think is I'm just carrying around that's pointless? Sure, share that with me too. All right. Hope this was very helpful for you. If it was, please share the episode. Any episode that you think is helpful for any other business person, signing agent, signing service owner, if you think is beneficial for them, please share it. And I appreciate you because I know you're crushing it and you're doing awesome. And I believe in you. And I'll catch you on the next episode.